Hello, Comic Army. It's going to be a pretty good new comic book day today. We have Batman, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Miles Morales all headlining a terrific new comic book day. Let's head into my LCS to see what books are on my pull list. Welcome to Retro Rocket Comics, everybody. Let's take a look at the new books that are dropping for today. We have Blade issue 8, Beware of the Planet of the Apes. Like I mentioned, the new Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 1 of Night Thrasher, Daredevil Black Armor, right back here, not a bad cover. Gang War continues in the deadly hands of Kung Fu. Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 2. It's a very nice cover. Like I mentioned before, Gang War continues in Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue 16. Wolverine 43. New Superior Spider-Man. That's a nice cover. Thunderbolts issue number 3. Let's take a look at DC. Like I mentioned, we have a brand new Batman this week. It's a nice B cover. Green Lantern number 8. Very nice Steve Beach cover. Issue number 1 of Red Hood The Hill. Sinister Sons issue number 1. That's a fun cover. And looks like this area here is stuff from the past couple weeks. Let's take a look at the Independents, shall we? Penthouse Comics releasing their issue number 1. Nice homage there. And this is the Not Safe for Work cover. We have issue 1 of The Displaced, Firefly, Dear Editor, a new blue book. Looks like we have a fun book. Biden's Titans versus AOC. Which side will Bernie choose? Like, come on. Displaced. I Hate Fairyland returns. I believe there's a new Transformers for today. Alright. If you find this, I'm already dead. Let's take a look at what's on my pull list. Hello Comic Army, my name is Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this video finds you safe and well. I hope you enjoyed that walk around of Retro Rocket Comics, my LCS. Again, everyone, you would be doing me a solid if you followed Retro Rocket Comics across all their social media platforms. And hey, check out their website as well. Let's start with my pull list. And the first book is indeed Cover of the Week. I went with the variant cover for The Amazing Spider-Man issue 43. I believe this is the second in a series of books like this because Nightcrawler had the first one where it said BAMF. But this is The Amazing Spider-Man where it says TWIP. And I love it. I think this is such an original idea. So whomever the artist is onto something. I guess Wolverine would probably be next. Chris, the owner of Retro Rocket Comics, and myself were talking about it. Like, after those three, Nightcrawler, Spidey, and Wolverine, you're kind of running out of characters unless you start doing more of the Spider family and you do more of Wolverine's children. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy it while we have it. Again, cover of the week belongs to The Amazing Spider-Man issue 43 for the books that were on my poll. Speaking of the Spider family, this is issue 16 of the excellent Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is a Gang War tie-in. Again, I've been saying it. Gang War has actually been pretty damn good. I've been enjoying it. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy it because I thought it was just going to be a carbon copy of what happened in the mid to late 80s. But this is pretty good. And here on the cover, you can see Miles is taking on the Hobgoblin. And Peter is in the background right here. Kind of defeated. So I'm looking forward to getting into this particular copy of Miles. And continuing with Marvel, we have the Sabretooth War Part 3 for issue 43 of Wolverine. Again, pretty nice cover. And so this has been a nice return for Wolverine readers that have not been reading Wolverine for a while. The Sabretooth War has been excellent. I've really been enjoying it a lot, and I'm glad that I'm back into reading Wolverine for this at least the storyline Sabretooth War, and I hope that you are too. This has been really, really good. Let's switch over to DC and go with their franchise book. This is, pardon me, Batman 143, better known as The Joker Year 1, Part 2. Just a normal cover A. Nothing extravagant about this cover, let's be honest. In fact, it's probably one of the worst DC covers that I've seen this new year. It's kind of up there with what John Romita's Spider-Man covers have been like. But, you know, art is subjective, let's be honest. But, not my particular flavor for cover work, at least. But last week I was here saying I thought that an origin story of the Joker was a bad idea. That part 1 was actually a pretty good read. So here I am eating a little bit of crow. I'm looking forward to getting into this particular story. I'm hoping the artwork on the interiors is better than the one that's on the cover. So yeah, Batman 143. Now let's switch over to the independents. One that I've really been waiting to read is issue 5 of Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers. So here on the cover you can see it's a teaser of Optimus Prime picking up Megatron's cannon, and how is he supposed to transform? But we already know that this has been done in the last issue. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is. I believe we only have one more issue after this with Daniel Warren Johnson doing that fun interior artwork, and then we're getting a different artist. But yeah, Transformers has been very good. And the final book on my poll is an independent as well, and it belongs to Boom Studios from the mind of Canadian Id Bresson. This is The Displaced, issue number 1. Now, the only reason why I picked this up is apparently it's based here in Canada, and it focuses on a small city just west of my home city of Toronto, and it takes place in the city of Oshawa. Now, Oshawa is famous because it's home to General Motors. There's a very large General Motors plant that's based in Oshawa that a lot of people work for and have built their lives around. But in this comic, they blow Oshawa up. So I'm looking forward to see what happens in this story. If you're a Canadian, I suggest you picking this book up. But hey, if you're a fan of Ed Brisson's excellent storytelling, he has done some indies. He has done some amazing Spider-Man stories as well. Maybe you want to give this book an opportunity. So yeah, The Displaced. We'll see what it's like. Issue number 1. So Comic Army, that's my poll list. Let me know what you think. What is your cover of the week? Do you agree with me on that amazing Spider-Man Thwip cover? Or maybe that Transformers cover? Or even that Wolverine cover? At this point, I just want to let you all know that please make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Please leave a comment like I just suggested. And if you're interested in becoming a member of this particular channel, there are now 2 tiers that you can consider joining. One lower price tier, and then the Comic Army tier itself. Thank you so much for your time that you spent with me today. Until we see you again, take care.